day motivation. Okay, so I am live on 2 channels. First time I'm live here on TikTok for the first time, and I'm here with my Facebook and YouTube fam. Okay, so listen, you guys, I am going to share something with you that I have not told anyone, but I'm inspired because I just did a workout on my online gym, the Tiffany Rothe Fit Club, and it was so fun because I did what I don't normally do. I just was like gossiping. I was gossiping and sharing my whole journey around weight and vulnerability and judgment, self-judgment, all that stuff, right? So it was really sort of like a cathartic experience for me. So I felt this sort of transformation, and I decided, you know what? Sometimes, not sometimes, all the time, like vulnerability, and I used to think vulnerability was something that was really weak, because like who wants to be vulnerable? Like you think vulnerable is like not being able to protect yourself, but vulnerable is not being safe, feeling safe to do something, but being so courageous and self-assured that you can do it anyway. So there's a vulnerability like where like you're in a position where you're physically threatened or harmed. Like that's different. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about psychological and emotional vulnerability, because a lot of times people do not want to share the things that are on their heart and mind for fear of judgment. And let me tell you, psychological and emotional judgment is more impactful than physical sometimes, because once that energy gets in your head, you're constantly judging yourself. You're constantly feeling fearful or neurotic or things about that. So one of the things that I recommend in my leadership class, which is why I'm sharing this today, is to be vulnerable. So I'm going to be vulnerable with you today, like heart beating. Now, here's the thing. It's like when you say that this is all about me. So I'm sharing this in hopes that it will support you. I'm sharing my story in hopes that it will support you in your story, because I think, you know, we're all kind of in this thing called life together, and we just have different ways of handling the same things because we all go through the same stuff. So there's no shame in what you're going through. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm about to say this. Okay, so I'm about to say this. So I have been, I've been really contemplating, right, my financial numbers, right? I've been an entrepreneur for over like 30 something years, and I love what I do. I really love what I do, and I have a gym called the Tiffany Rothe Fit Club. But you know, over the years, I've been noticing that the subscriptions have gone down, and that's really my livelihood, you guys. So I've been really, now I don't want to say the word struggling. I hate the word struggling, but I've been challenged financially with holding everything together, the business expenses, the business, everything. And I also do YouTube and of course Facebook and things like that. But those numbers they go up and down. You never really know. So my bread and butter, the numbers have gone down. I do coaching, but that's twice per year that I do the coaching. So I'm actually thinking about opening that up. But anyway, it's like blah, blah. So I've been not struggling. I hate the word struggle. Because I struggle, I have been challenged with figuring out how to keep my income at a level where I can support my family in the way that I want to support them, because I'm a single mom. Okay, there's also a story around that. So here comes the story. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I'll get a job. Now, I have not had a job in a very long time, but I have a lot of skills. And I was like, one of the things that I really like is that I've been doing this for so long that I have so many different skills that I was like, okay, let me put these together and see if I can get like a supplemental job or something like that. Another thing is retirement, right? So as an entrepreneur, you know, we're always like go, 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 but I haven't set up anything for my retirement. So I've been thinking about all of this stuff, right? And I don't know if you're in this position yet, but I'm thinking about it. So I'm thinking about, okay, how can I do to change my situation? So the job is one of them, actively applying for like 5 months. Hey, if you guys want to go on LinkedIn and leave me, what is that? I don't know what they call it, like an acknowledgement or something like that for my coaching or how I've supported you. Really appreciate it. I normally wasn't on LinkedIn. I just got on LinkedIn because I'm on the market. Anyway, I'm changing my financial situation. So I was thinking about, moving. Now I love my house. I love the studio. I love how bright it is. I love like the sunlight flowing in through the windows. I love it. but it's in an expensive area. And I've been watching all these financial videos and things like that, and I was like, I want to be able to keep my daughter in the same school and all that, but this area is one of the more expensive areas, which I didn't even really know that when I first moved here from Houston. I just really liked the area and the house, right? So I'm thinking, oh my God, so I get to downsize, right? So I'll downsize and get like a smaller place. So I went out looking last week, and I did find some cute places, but like some of them, like I gotta have requirements. I gotta have like a place to film, because even if I do another job, I still want to continue showing up, right? But this is what I love. This is my passion, right? So I decided, okay, I gotta have a garage. I'm willing to go smaller on everything. Looking for places. Nothing's really hitting. Now there's also like this incredible expense of moving. I don't know if you guys know that, but moving is like one of the most monumental tasks that you could do. It's like, oh my God, right? So you're gonna pack up your house, find movers, pay movers, first and last, all this kind of stuff. So it's like a big job and a lot of money to move. So I was thinking to myself, and I have my group called the Thrive, which I love the Thrive because we do these affirmations every day. And one of my affirmations, I was like, I want to like be able to change my situation, still love the place that I live in, and ideally keep my daughter in the same school, right? Now, I didn't know how that was going to happen. But I just kept writing my affirmations and trusting God, really trusting God. Now, I was getting really stressed out, you guys. And I hate to use the word stress as an umbrella for everything, but I do believe that's one of the reasons why my knee gave out 2 weeks ago, because I felt like I had a mountain on my back. It was like a mountain. You know, what happened was I had this $4,000 Vimeo bill, like all this stuff, this business expenses. I was walking around like so heavy that I think my leg got out, right? So then what happened was when my leg got out, it was like I took a pill, and it was like a truth serum, and I just started speaking my truth, and the leg started getting better, right? So I know that those two things are correlated. I actually coached you guys about that and shared that story with you either last week or the week before. So anyway, so it was Sunday night. Here's the meat of the story. It was Sunday night, and I was outside with the girls walking my dog. Now I have a neighbor, and she's down the street, and she is such an amazing woman. We've shared, as we walk our dogs, different stories, not so clear, but just different stories about things that women go through. She's also a single mother. She's raised 3 daughters. She's an incredible woman. And we just kind of shared, and she shared that she was moving. And I was like, what? Why? Yeah, because she didn't want to go back to the place where she was teaching anymore. She said the kids were really mean. I mean, that's, it really sucks that the teachers are in an environment where kids are mean. I'm like, where is the home training? Like, why are kids mean to teachers? You know what teachers have to go through to be there and show up for you, and they get paid little, they're given all this stuff. So anyway, I digress. Okay, so she was saying that she was leaving, she was going to retire, but she's moving, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, oh my God, like, when? And she said, at the end of July. I'm like, really? That's so fast. She's like, I know, and I have to really go by the end of July. And I was like, oh my God, like, what are you going to do with your house? She goes, I don't know how I'm going to get it ready, blah, blah, blah. Like, because she's by herself, and this is why, her daughters are away right now, but this is why it's so important, you guys, like, to build community. It's so important to build community, because sometimes as we get older, like, I think like the biggest downfall from the whole pandemic thing is people being isolated. So she's mostly by herself in this house trying to fix everything up. So I'm like, oh my God, let me see how I can help. I go over there. I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how you're going to do this a month. I moved before. I remember when I had to move from my other place. You guys know that. You know where I've lived all the time, because the owners of the building of the house were moving back. And I remember I was stuck. Like I felt like I couldn't move. I was so overwhelmed with all the stuff that I had to do that I did nothing. Or I did little bitty stuff. So I had so much stuff going on all the time. So anyway, I went over, I was like, oh my God, I can relate to how you feel. So what ended up happening is, amazingly, like, I ended up being the one that's going to rent her house and help her move. So help her get ready to move. And that allowed me to, because she's been in the house for a while, I could actually reduce my expenses by moving into her house and then help her move. It was a win-win. It was so beautiful. Like, it was like what they call serendipity, when things happen. And I pray to God, and this is the thing I wanted to share with you guys, when you don't know what the way is, but you keep moving forward. Like, if you don't know the way to go, right? And you just stand there, you're gonna get nowhere. But if you don't, but you do kind of know what you want, you start walking towards it. So I started walking towards research. I started walking towards how to climb out of the situation. And then God will put things in your path. It's called source energy that will be walking towards you. So it's so beautiful. It's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for her because I get to help her. And she has all these expenses to get the house ready. And so I'm like, okay, well, let me help you get ready on the top, and then I'll do that, and then you can get ready on the bottom. And so yesterday I spent 4 hours painting and packing over there, and and just sort of getting used to the new house. Now, it's not like my house that I love here, but I'm grateful for it. It's going to be beautiful, and I will show you guys, of course, I know it because I'll be filming from a different place, right? So all this gets to happen in the middle of July, right? Which is my birthday month. I have a retreat coming up. I have coaching up, all the stuff that I'm doing. Plus, I'm looking for a job. Oh my God, I'm completely So it's all going to be good. So what I realized is that sometimes you just got to keep moving, and that's called faith. That's called faith. And the message of today is if you keep moving towards a direction, even though it may be scary, even though you may feel overwhelmed, keep moving in that direction. That's called faith, you guys. And when you have faith, what you are seeking is seeking you. And the beauty of this story is the win-win. So it's 2 blocks down from where I am right now. We get to support each other. 2 moms making it happen get to support each other. It just makes me want to cry. It's so beautiful. It's so beautiful. And is it a lot of work? Yes, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. My daughter was like, I can't believe we have to do this by ourselves. I'm like, well, I'm grateful that we have each other, right? In this club. So we're gonna get this going, and that's what's happening. So you guys stay tuned for the exciting, as the world turns. And if this message supported you, leave me a comment and let me know, because let me tell you, it is not easy to say that your business is having challenges. When you know how your throat gets sad or gets choked up or emotional when you're saying something that you have guilt or shame around. So, I know that I'm not my results, because you are not your results. But when something doesn't work out the way you want it to work out, you feel like it's you. And yes, you're responsible for your life, but sometimes it's God negotiating your path into your next best step, and it's extremely uncomfortable. But we only move when we're uncomfortable. So when I get into that space of I feel kind of embarrassed to say that the business is not as successful as it once was, and I get to rethink things, right? That makes me feel some kind of way. But then I go, okay, you know what? What do I want? What do I want? I want the business to be thriving. I want the coaching to be thriving. I want to be able to continue to give my gifts, because there are many, you guys. One thing I know for sure, I'm a badass coach. You just can't touch me on that. I'm a badass instructor, 30-something plus experience doing the same thing, helping people live fit, fierce, and fabulous lives. I am so confident in that. I love it so much, and it's so rewarding. I just wanted to work out so that I can support my family in the way that we want to live. So that's where I am right now, and it's heavy, and oh my God, this is also grateful. And it's scary to share that with you, because sometimes as a business owner, get it together, Tiffany, as a business owner, you only want to share the good stuff. This is the good stuff. But life is like this, right? So It's all coming together. Everything is happening for me, not to me. Everything is happening for my highest and greatest good. My path is being directed by God. God is saying, trust me, trust me, trust me. And vulnerability is trust. It's to be able to fall back and go, ah, and know that you're going to be caught. So, sometimes I think I could just cry for like an hour. And it's okay. Okay, so the journey begins. The move started already. I gotta do this in the midst of all of my work. Thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for allowing me to let go of that burden. And I'm gonna get off right now because I guess to be uncomfortable to be vulnerable, right? It gets to be uncomfortable. I can't even read your comments. I can read them now. Cause if you have a comment, leave it now. I can read them now. I can't read them right before, but breathe. Okay, so that's how scary vulnerability is. It's super scary and it's real. And you feel so free when you finally let it go. Okay? All right, so TikTok. Sorry, this is my first live with you. Crying on camera. This is not normally how I am. But this is the hump day motivation. So I'm getting over the hump. And hopefully this will encourage you guys to walk your path towards whatever it is that you get to let go. Let it go. So I'm moving. We're moving. We're gonna have a new studio. We're gonna have a new house. When I move over there, I'll show it to you guys. It's still a very beautiful house. Needs some work. Needs some love. And I said that today. I was painting yesterday. My arms, my leg. I woke up in the morning. I was like, I was so sore. And I can't find my massage gun. I'm like, oh my God, where's my massage gun? Right. So, Jesus. So anyway, you guys, so this is my birthday month. Maybe these are like growing pains. Like this is gonna take me through. All right, I love you guys so much. Have a great, great morning, and thank you for listening. Thank you for allowing me to share. Hopefully this supported you in some way. It did support me to finally get this. I feel like I've been carrying this forever, and maybe it's not a big deal to you. You know how someone shared something with me the other day, and it was obvious what they shared. But they were like, okay, this is a really big deal, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to tell you this, but don't tell anybody. And I was like, okay. And they told me, and it was something that I already knew. I already knew. It was obvious. It was obvious from everything. I already knew it. But for that person, it was a big deal to share that thing. And so I stayed with her on that. I'm like, yeah, I totally get it. That's so hard. But so sometimes the thing that you want to share is so big for you, and maybe it's obvious to everybody else, maybe it isn't, but it's all what's happening in your head. So for me, this is a big deal that I've shared this. This is a really big deal. So many influencers are like, look at my money, look at my body, look at everything. I'm amazing, I'm successful, I got the best guy. And I'm like, and I'm crying on camera, right? So yes, this is a big deal to me. Maybe it's not a big deal to you, but thank you for listening. Thank you for holding space for me. And that's it. And that's all. I'm gonna get out of here before I cry anymore. I love you guys. Bye. Bye.